Welcome to My Cloud Journey YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to guide you how to install Grafana on RHEL server. So for this, I have already logged into my AWS account. This account is a free tier account, and free tier account gives you around 750 hours or free EC2 hours of usage, so you don't get billed. So let's start with the provisioning of EC2 machine. So for now, if you see here, there is no running instance of EC2 machine in my account. So for the installation of Grafana, let's create a new T2 micro instance. So I have clicked on create instances and then click on free tier only. And here I will select RHEL 8 version 8 and then will select it. Please note this is a T2 micro instance and this is eligible for free tier. With T2 micro, you will get 1 GB of RAM and 1 vCPU. Let's proceed with the configure instance details. I want only one EC2 instance. Network is default video. And next, select AP South 1A, and I'm going to assign a public IP to this instance. And then add storage. So 10 GB of storage is enough for me. And then always make a practice to select this AWS EBS for the encryption of your disk. Based on your need, you can increase the size of the EC2 machine EBS. Please note, Grafana don't use a lot of resources and is very lightweight in use of memory and CPU. The minimum requirement of RAM is only 255 MB and CPU of 1 core. But depends on your business requirement, the size of the actual requirement of CPU and RAM may increase. Like if your Grafana is going to render images on the same server, or if you are going with the Grafana alerting system, then in that case you may have to select a different AWS instance type. So that's a different scenario. That's completely on your business use case, how you are going to architect your Grafana server and VPC and all. That depends on your business use case. Even if it's a demo video, I will add a tags here. So environment is learning, purpose is for my YouTube channel, and who is the owner of this account? It's mycloudjourney.in. And then next, configure the security groups. Security group, learning, open access, allow access from internet. Grafana runs on port 3000. You can change that port as well, but for this demo I will go with the default port 3000, and it will be accessible over the internet. Grafana port, SSH port. Review and launch. Make sure you review the configuration and then only you launch the instance. So for me it looks good. T2 micro, 1 core CPU, 1 GB RAM, and then security group also looks fine for this demo. And then storage of 10 GB, and then tags, right? 3 tags is set for the instance: EC2 instance, volumes, and network interface, and then launch. To access the EC2 machine, I need to create a new key pair. So I will give it a name, Grafana, and then download. launch instance. Let me move back to the, let me recreate, let me edit security group name. It don't accept with hyphen, sg hyphen, review and launch, and then launch. I'll acknowledge and then launch instance. I'll pause the video for a few minutes and we'll come back when this instance is up and running. So EC2 instance is up and running now. Click on the instance ID and get the public IP of this instance. Let's log in to the machine to proceed with the installation steps. I have pasted the grafana.pem file on the desktop, and then this is the command to access the EC2 instance, and then enter. Let's wait for a few more minutes. It seems okay. The machine is in initializing state, and that's why it's not accepting the connection. Let's wait for some time. Okay, now we can see status tag has been passed 2 by 2. Now we can connect to our instance. I've already copied the public IP and already pasted here. If you see here, the command is already ready to access the instance. Right, the grafana.pem file is placed on my desktop, and then this is the EC2 user, default EC2 user for RHEL, and then this is the IP of my machine. I hit enter. I'll accept the certificate and then enter. Okay, the problem here is with the permission of my PEM file. Let me give the permission chmod 400 grafana.pem. Now I'll try to log in again. Okay, this time I'm able to log in. Okay, sudo su. Okay, now I am a sudo user. So there are multiple options to install Grafana on different OS. For this demo, I'll go with yum repo option. So for this, I am going to create a file, a repo file for Grafana, yum.repo repos.d/grafana.repo. Let me install Vim editor. Yum install Vim. This will install Vim from RHEL repository. It will take few minutes. I will accept yes. Okay, it's done. Now, so this Vim command will create a file. So etc yum.repos.t directory already exists, and this Vim command will create a new file, grafana.repo. Okay. Now I need the details for this file. So what I'll do, I'll go to Grafana official documentation, and then we'll click on Grafana documentation. grafana.com, Go to products, open source, Grafana, resources, and then getting started. I'll navigate to the installation section, and under installation I'll select the RPM based Linux, and I'll copy this open source version. So I'm going to download and install Grafana open source version. If you are downloading and installing the enterprise version, then go with this, else what I have selected. Hit insert mode and then paste. Save and exit. Now execute command yum install Grafana. This will install Grafana. So this will get all the Grafana dependencies and Grafana package from RHEL repository. It will take around 191 MB to download, and there are total 36 packages. The speed is quite good. Great. So the installation is done. Now let's check Grafana service is running or not. Okay, so if you look at here, Grafana is not running, it's inactive, dead. Let's run it. Start it now. We can again check the status command, it's running now. Now let's access the dashboard of Grafana. So let me copy this public IP and http / and paste the IP, and the port number is 3000. Here we go. So we can see the Grafana dashboard. So the default username and password is admin. When you log in for the first time, it will prompt you to log in. It will prompt you to set the new password for your admin. So I'm going to set a new password. Okay. So we have now successfully logged into the Grafana dashboard using admin account. One point to note here, the admin account is very similar to, if you know about AWS, the root account, where the root account will have the full access of your account, and that's why we always encourage not to log in using the root account and create a different multiple or one or more admin account to who will manage your account. Similarly for Grafana, if you look at here, you will be acting as a server admin, which will have the complete control of your Grafana account, and you can add users, invite users, you can add or create or delete the organization. We'll discuss about users and org later in the next videos. Now let's navigate to the console and look at different directory structure which is there when we install the Grafana. So etc Grafana, this is place where you will see all the Grafana configuration file. See, this is the main configuration file of the Grafana. Whenever you make any changes to this file, you have to restart the Grafana server. ls -l user bin Grafana server, user s bin. So this is the path where your binary is stored. Now let's look at the your Grafana log file. Grafana. So this is the path for all the logs, Grafana logs. I can do the tail now, tail minus F, and then C. Successfully login using my admin account. Okay, one more important point here. Let me show you where live Grafana /grafana.db. Okay, so this is the database for the Grafana, which is SQLite database. So for development or for learning and testing, this is fine. But if you are deploying Grafana for the production environment, I will recommend you to always go with either PostgreSQL or MySQL. Grafana supports 3 different databases. First is the SQLite itself, the default one, and second MySQL, and third is the PostgreSQL. Depends which one you want to go with. Let's look at the configuration. grafana.ini, and then navigate to the database section. So if you don't want to go with my SQLite version, SQLite 3, then you can provision your own separate database, and then you can configure it here. So type will be MySQL or PostgreSQL, and then your host IP or the URL and the port number and the database username and password. Once you make the changes, make sure you restart Grafana server. So in the next video, I will tell you how to configure MySQL database for the Grafana instead of SQLite 3 version. So if you know, SQLite is the most used database engine in the world. It mostly comes bundled inside many applications like Grafana. I hope you like this video.